Hey guys, how's it going? John Ferris here. I have so missed you. It has been so long since we've had a little visit, and I just wanted to spend some time with you today. And I have a couple of things planned other than having my little flash sale. I wanted to, if you've never been to my place or just wanted to see a little bit more of my world in my studio, I thought I'd share that with you guys before we get started here. And also, you know, the big thing for me this summer was sharing my talks at 3 shows on crystals. So I thought I might share a little bit about that today with you as well. So we're going to have fun with that. And yeah, speaking is just been something that's been, how would I say, it's really kind of turned me on. It's really something I super enjoy, and connecting with you guys has always been a really sweet point in my life, and I'm just so thankful for you guys. So, okay, so let's get started. I'm going to give you a little tour of my studio here. Pop this around. So this is kind of the whole setup here. And if I can't live in Hawaii at the moment, I love plants. And so I've really created quite a little jungle here in my place. And this fern was actually part of a fern that was growing over here. It was just a little cutting from that. And then, if we kind of come through the jungle here, I would have to say my studio is my temple space, and this Buddha has been here in my life for a very long time, and it comes with me everywhere. It's come through every move, and it's really holds space in my studio. And then, of course, we have this crazy head here that I made. I don't know if you were a part of this journey with me when I poured this head. I need to do a couple of more of these. These are just so fun, and it really has all my scraps from over the years and some glass, and then it has some lab-grown crystals up on the top here. And then we come around, and I have this amazing view out my window, which keeps me inspired, especially at sunset, because that hits the wall over there. And then we have my studio here. I have my notes for my speech that I broke out, so we'll be sharing a little bit of that before we get into the flash sale. So, all right guys, let's flip this around. Yeah, I have all my tools here and wire, and then this is what I use to hold my spools of wire when I'm working. So just a little bit of my world there, and how I operate in my shop here, my studio, my sacred studio. And so I thought, as a part of this wonderful day that we're going to share together, I would get into a little bit of my talk, my speech at these conferences, which is all about crystals and crystal technology. And if you're, hi Sarah, how are you today? Thank you for joining. That's awesome. If you're a friend of mine, I'm sure you love crystals too, right? So I just get a little bit into this speech here, and I wanted to ask a serious question. Why do you think we are so attracted to crystals? Well, for me, I really feel like it's a remembrance to reconnect with the soul of nature. It's this longing that, you know, in this fast-paced world that we live in, we really seem to be a little disconnected, right? Like, we look at our phones a lot, we look at the computer a lot, and the time that we spend in nature seems to be like, dwindling. And, you know, ancient cultures, indigenous cultures, they all talked to they were so in tune with nature. and they talk to the trees, they talk to the plants, hummingbirds, this and that, and they just had this deeper connection than we ever had. So I really feel like the connection that we have with crystals is somewhat of a remembrance of that. And you have to really realize that these crystals that we have in our lives are probably the most ancient beings on the planet. Can you kind of grasp this concept? Okay, so like up to 500 million years old, these things have been on the planet, maybe even longer. You look, I don't know if you've ever seen the sword of the Cave of Swords down in Mexico, where they have these life-size selenite crystal, tree-size selenite crystals that it's just mind-boggling to me. I'm like, how long did those crystals take to grow? And you're like, forget Disneyland, I want to go there. So these are the most ancient beings on the planet, and they don't die, they don't decay, and they hold wisdom for us. So I think that's a big part. I mean, we feel a resonance with them, and I'm going to get a little bit into that. And I'm actually going to get into, if you didn't know how crystals form, let's say we have this little tension joint in the earth, right? And it cracks a little bit, and it creates this vacuole, this cave, this cavern, this womb, if you will. And pretty soon this cavern gets flooded with steaming hydrothermal fumes, like this highly energized mineral bath, right? And what happens is it splits the water into hydrogen and oxygen, and the oxygen combines with the silicon that's in the mix of the hydrothermal solution, and it creates these little seedlings. So it's really close to how the first egg is fertilized, the first cell is fertilized when it's in a womb of a woman. And these little seedlings, if you will, they kind of fall to some side of the cavern or the womb, if you will, and then how they orient themselves, how they land on the side of the cave or the womb, is how they start growing, right? Like this one would land right here, and then it would start growing out. And so when you see those clusters, I don't have one here today, but you see all those, those clusters with all those different crystals on there, like each one of those landed there and then started growing out in different patterns. So it's really quite fascinating to me. And, a lot of people would say, don't mine the crystals, don't take them out of the earth and this and that. And I have two different thoughts of that, actually, because I feel like the crystal beings are really needed on the planet now. They need to come out, but they obviously need to be treated in a humane way and in a ethical and in an integrity process to bring them out in the world. I've been to Tucson Gem and Mineral Show and seen some of the tents that just have rows and rows of heart-shaped rose quartz or something, and you're like, man, this just does not feel good in here. It didn't feel like those crystals were treated in a good way at all. So I have two different thoughts on that. It's like if we do it in a good way, then they're here to be our allies. And each one of you out there that has a crystal, I call you a rock mover, right? Like you pick one out at a store, you get one as a gift or however they come into your life, and then you move around the country, and it's like we're gridding the planet with our crystals. And I had often said, man, I'm so glad I don't I'm not this hoarder collector person that has Pez dispensers and Barbie dolls and Matchbox cars and all this. And my friend's like, dude, look around your house. Every shelf in your place has crystals, and like every flat surface of my place has crystals on it. So I was like, oh, you're right. I may have a problem, if you will. Okay, so I'll keep going with this talk here. So crystal healing is in every country in the world. We all cultures and all peoples of the world have some form of crystal healing techniques, and it's basically based on four different. The system of crystal healing is based on four different factors: the origin of the crystal, the structure, the mineral, and the color. And for example, color. We all know that color has a frequency, and color therapy is a deal. So if we can break that down into the other factors, then we'll see that this actually is really a system. And the process that crystals go through is really something that's important because, for example, a tektite that fell to Earth and maybe a volcanic stone. I can't talk now. I can't talk. I got a neighbor at my house. I can't talk to him right now. So sorry about that. He's knocking on my window. Let me get back. Focus. Okay. So the process. Okay. So we were at tektites. Dude, I can't talk now. I can't talk. Shit. Bother me. Oh my God. So hi everybody that's on camera. Sorry about the interruption there. I had a neighbor come by and I just told him I'm doing a live show. So okay, so the process. So the origin, let's get back to the origin of the crystal. If it fell as a tektite to the earth, it's got this certain energy. If it kind of blew out of a volcano, then it's got a certain energy. Or if it grew in a cave, it's got this different frequency to it, right? So, boy, that threw me off a little bit, but I'm coming back. And all those factors determine the information and the frequency that's emitted through radiation. The crystals can obviously hold heat, which it comes out of the crystal as energy and acts as a carrier wave. So each crystal has its own frequency, as we know, and when we place it on our heart or on our bodies, it synchronizes with our energy and adapts to our energy field. And it's our response to this energy that affects our perceptions and emotions from this energy information that's coming from the crystal. So I find that really fascinating. We have to dig a little deeper. It's like, why do we love crystals? Why are we so fascinated with them? And we really look into how these things affect our lives, how they benefit our lives. And I just really wanted to share part of my speech with you because I find this fascinating. And maybe you've thought about it before, but maybe you haven't, and why we really are attracted to crystals. So crystals are not really batteries, but they do store information. And on a spiritual level, they can bring back memories or perspectives. In emotional level, they help us release feelings or hold vibrations that we find to be beneficial in our lives, like peace or harmony or protection, for example. And on a mental level, they help change our thoughts. And I really feel like they can activate our spiritual potential as well. They're quite special, and that's why I was tricked into by the universe to start doing this journey in 2010, and I've already told that story many times, and I'll share it maybe in another one. But I got going on this journey in 2010, and I've just really realized how beneficial these crystal alloys are for us. And the word crystal describes the geometrically growing form, which is like a crystal lattice. And they have a growth axis, so we have this termination here, right, up here, and then we have where it came off the cave or the womb, if you will. And this is called the growth axis here, or in other words, it could be considered the z-axis if you're a scientist. Okay? And what they do is they form these four-sided little pyramids that spiral, that form a spiral shape that go up to the tip. And each one has these 6 sides, unless it's got a special formation, which I have seen those. But a lot of people say that we live in, what would you say? We live in the age of technology, right? The age of information. And I would have to say that we actually live in a crystal age, because without the quartz crystal technology, we would not have anything that we have today. We wouldn't have cars, we wouldn't have computers, cell phones, medical equipment, solar panels. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So crystals are like super big part of our lives these days, and we don't even realize it. We look at our phone, it's like, well, there's actually a crystal in there somewhere, or somehow. Maybe it's like a single molecule level of, because they store information and they work as switches in the computers and whatnot. So, you know, when you look at your phone, it's like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. So, and we've moved completely. Like back in the day, we would consider. We came out of the Iron Age, right? Like steel and building things and whatnot was kind of the jam back in the Iron Age, and now we've moved into this Crystal Age, which utilizes the technology from crystals that we can benefit our lives with. So on a spiritual note, it just really helps us become more conscious about our thought forms, our feelings, and emotions. And so I would say that quartz crystals bundle information, and that's why they're so beneficial to us. When we have a crystal, we can always program it. I'm not sure if I like that word program, because of that maybe place our prayers or intentions, because it's not just a thing. It's a living being that's been here for a very long time. So these crystals, they bundle information and they emit this energy, and they have this capacity to send and receive energy. And if you can imagine that when we put our thoughts into crystals, it really has an energetically measurable electromagnetic frequency. So it has this energy to take our thought, that has this capacity to take our thought energy and store it in the crystal, and then also release it when it needs to. So we say our prayers, and we have an amulet. Maybe, you know, a lot of people. How many ladies out there have crystals in your bra right now? Right? Like you feel the frequency of them. Not many guys have crystals in their drawers right now. I could pretty much say that's a fact. So just a little humor, so that's a little bit of how I spoke at these conferences. I just wanted to share a little bit with you, because I'm fascinated with crystal technology and how they benefit our lives. And we're gonna, let's see, get into we're gonna get into the flash sale now. What? Okay, I wanted to show you a couple of fun pictures that, you know, I know that my work has been tested on a radionics machine to have a self-sustaining vitality rating, meaning they're emanating energy. Okay, and I can say that all day long at my table at booths, and people are like, what does that mean? What is that? don't understand. So I decided to go down to the Aura shop and really get some proof, if you will, some physical proof of how these amulets affect us. So this is a before shot of my aura. Okay, not bad, right? Like I got some flavor in there. And then I actually took about 4 or 5 crystals down there and tried them all on after this before shot, and I was shocked. I could get the other ones, but I just wanted to give you a little taste of what that is. So this is a shot of me with one of my amulets on it, and you can see I pretty much just have this purple afro now. So isn't that crazy, like how much that really affected my field? So if you have ever gotten a pendant from me, or if you've ever felt an amulet from me, most people really feel a tangible experience with them, a tangible energy. And today I don't have any shows coming up, and I was like, man, I want to connect with my people and just share some. I haven't been live in a long time, and it's just been so fun to go to my shows and connect with people, and that's just a big part. A big part of my life is really just connecting with you guys and building relationships. That's what really makes my heart sing. It's really connecting, and my purpose here is to make the world a better place and make people shiny and leave the place better than I found it, and actually also inspire you to just leave your most happy and joyful and most potential life. We all have a mission here. We all have things that we're meant to share, and when we step into that, that's when our life really blooms. And so maybe some people out there have wanted to start doing art or know they have a gift but are a little hesitant about sharing it. I'm telling you, if you get through that tension membrane of that, just taking the first step to start sharing your gifts, man, your life is going to change in a big way and open up. And maybe I should do a show about how my journey has evolved and how I keep myself on track with my art business. I do this as a passion, but it's also my livelihood, and how I make my living and keep myself going. So I'm just really blessed that I was able to be brave enough to really step forward 12 years ago and go through the process. It's been a learning experience for me. I had to, in the beginning, I had to just share and kind of be vulnerable here. I really had to go through a lot of growth with my self-worth and my how I believed in myself to get to a point where I got some traction and was able to keep going with it. And it's interesting. I came out of Northern California, and I was an herb grower there. I was in the agricultural business growing medical marijuana, and really got to a point where I wanted to shift that, and the jewelry came into my life and it shifted my whole world to here. And I really thought that I would just, selling weed is easy, but selling art is a totally different animal. So I really had to do a lot of growth of myself and just do a lot of work on myself, and I guess Sedona's been instrumental in that for me. So, should we look at some amulets? Yes! Okay, let me pull my chair a little closer. Hang on. Okay. So, got my little setup here, and I'm going to go through the case here. And then I actually have another case up on my kitchen counter here that we'll get through as well. And doing good on my power. I charged up my phone this morning, so we should have plenty of power for this. And thank you, everybody that's here. You guys are awesome. I really love it. Okay, so let's get started. This was This was my most recent piece. I just did a post on this, and I am surprised that this is still with me. This is, oh man, come on now. See if I can get that in focus a little bit better. There we go. This is a Hematite Star. I got this at Uptown Crystal Shop, and just love this design. And hematite is for grounding. And oh, by the way, we're going to go through these amulets. I forgot to tell you. If you see something, we're doing a little sale here, so if you've always wanted a piece from me and it's like, okay, I wish his prices were a little bit lower. Well, today's your day, okay? So grab a piece of paper and a pen, and if you see something, just write down the name of it and the price that I say, because I might forget that later. Okay, so I want to have that clear, you know. So if you want to jot some notes on your favorite pieces that you see today, just write those down, and I will check out the comments when I'm done here. Okay, I can't respond to them right now, but I'll definitely be in contact with you. So this one on my site, I believe, is at 555. I believe is on my site right now. I will do it for $488 today, so that would be an amazing. It sounds like we're on the shopping channel right now for today's only special. So hematite was for grounding. I have these fantastical little quartz spheres, and this sphere is super fun. I did this one in plated wire. So the price isn't crazy like my 14 karat gold ones. I like to do those two different price points so we can, so it's approachable for everybody. So there's something for everybody, right? And the quartz ones are fun because this sphere actually spins in here. If you can see that, you can actually move it so you can see the rainbows a little bit better. So that one's really fun, and quartz is obviously a master. The master healer, and definitely programmable. And I love the spheres because they radiate energy in all directions. It's not like just a termination where the energy is just coming out the top. So awesome. And this one I would do at an amazing $350 today. Normally probably $450, $500 for this bad boy. And this is the Quartz Sphere at $350 today. Okay, boom. Then we have another Quartz Sphere. I'm surprised this one is still with me as well. This was a really fun design that I did, and it has titanium, and it's not a hematite. It's quartz. You can tell the difference with the weight of the crystal or the sphere in here, and it's definitely a quartz crystal. So this one is a really fun design. It's really got a lot of energy. I can just feel my field expanding when I hold this one. And I would also do this one at $350 today, and this would be the triangle titanium. How about that? So if you like that one, write that down and let me know. To keep going, oh, one of my favorites. This was that niobium, the lithium niobate crystal. I can't even describe how shiny and crazy this thing is in the light. If you saw the post on this one, insane. And this is actually, I would say, how would they say? They don't use man-made anymore. They say non-naturally occurring, which I love that. So this is actually a salt crystal of all things, which is really used in optical application, lasers, and really fine optical equipment. I just think it's gorgeous. I had a friend, I showed up on my Instagram feed, and it was actually a $600 crystal. So I can't really do a big price break on this one. I probably have it at, I think I have it at $1,500 or $1,800 on my site. I'll do it for $1,400 today if you're interested, and I've done this in the 14 karat and sterling silver. So that's kind of a higher end one, but super duper special. Okay. And then, as they say, remember that movie? And then, French fries and shake. No. Okay. Back to crystals. This is a gorgeous amethyst with a chevron in it. A little bigger piece, but that's okay. And I've done this in the gold-plated wire. And let's see what I have on a price on this one. I have it at $500. I'll do it at $433 today. So this would be the double terminated amethyst. And I love the double terminations because they have a termination at each end, which moves energy in both directions. And it just has, yeah, I can feel that just kind of opening my chakras and going up and down on my field there. So super special. She survived all the shows. Maybe she was waiting for one of you out there today. So that's fun. And then I don't get to show. This one's hard to shoot as a just a picture because it's kind of kinetic. It is a glass flower that I blew, right? And then it has these pearl dangles in it. Like, where is my mind? What was I thinking when I made that? But I love showing this one in person because it's got some sound to it, right? How cool is that? So I have this one also at $500. I would do it at $433 today if you're super stoked on this. And this glass is really hardy. It's just like Pyrex. It's not like a wine glass where if it's more sturdy than Pyrex is tough. You can almost drop a Pyrex measuring cup on the floor and it won't break. So this one is sturdy. Don't be afraid of the glass, and super cute. So that would be the glass with the pearls there. And then let's see, what else do I have in here? Oh, one of my favorites that I've done in a while. Who out there loves amber? This amber piece I got at Quartzite this year. And just love this teardrop shape. No, there's no bugs in it. But it does have this 22 karat antique gold bead down here that swivels, which is really fun. And I've done this one in 14 karat gold, so I have it at $13.33 here, and I would do it today for an $11.11. So amber and gold bead if you're feeling this one here. Okay, guys? And I wish I could carve as well as this, whoever did this overseas or whatnot, but this is like a little happy tiny baby Buddha that's been carved into the back of this quartz crystal, and it's almost like a teardrop shaped, and really quartz crystal that just has this I don't know, what can I say about it? It just feels happy. How about that? And I've done this one in the 14 karat gold as well, and I have it at $11.11 on my site. I would do it for $900 today, so that would be an amazing deal for the happy tiny baby Buddha here. So I don't know if you can see that one very well, but gorgeous. And then who out there loves tektites? Tektite, this is a saphrodite tektite that fell. Saphrodite kind of names the place where, oh, hold on, let's get a little scratchy here. It's a tektite that fell in Saphrodite, Arizona. And I actually polished this one, so you can see it's kind of shiny. I took it down to the glass shop and then polished it up there. So this is a saphrodite as well, and this one has a Star of David quartz in there, but you can tell the difference because it's really rough here, right? This is a saphrodite as well. And this is considered the wish-fulfilling stone. Like, how awesome is that? So if you've got some magical wishes out there, we'll call this one the genie amulet. How about that? So this is a saphrodite. I have it at, oh wow, I have a great price on this, 333. I'll go down just a little bit. We'll make this one 300 today. I can't go too much lower than that for this one, but the saphrodite, polished saphrodite at 300. Okay. And then we have, ooh, gracious. We'll just take this one in for a second. Faceted Kunzite. And this stone is all about heart opening. And I was just reading Annette Moody had, how about instead of program, we'll use the word alchemize. I love that. Thanks, Annette. That's great. I love that because I was talking a little bit about programming crystals a little bit before I got into the show here with the amulet. So that's awesome. Okay, back to the kunzite. Okay, so we have this, I believe it is a 35 karat faceted kunzite. I got this in quartzite this year and just love this one. I wish I'd have bought more of these. These things are just so gorgeous, and I should just lay down the cash for it, but I didn't. But I did grab about 5 of them, and this is, I think this is about my last one that I have left. And it is done in 14 karat and sterling silver, and I believe it's on my site for 1100 or so, and I would do this one at 900 today. So if you love the quartzite, and certainly if you need any other, if you write down one of them that you really love, then just, and if you want some different pictures of that, then just ask me and I'll send you better pictures of these amulets, okay? Boom, boom, boom. What's next? We have another, this is really gorgeous. This is another amber one, and I just love the sublime nature of this composition of this one. And this is another teardrop one, and no, there's no bugs in there. So I'm not into the ants in my amber, okay? So sorry about that. Then we have, this one's really fun here. This is kind of a new crystal to my world. I just learned about this one over this last year, and it looks like hematite, right? It's like super shiny, but it is not hematite. It's called terahertz, and it is actually not, it's a man-made, well, non-naturally occurring, if you want to say it that way. And it was invented by a Japanese scientist who took silica and quartz out of silicon out of quartz and made this stone. It's actually pretty light, but its main purpose is EMF protection. So this is the only one I have of this, but I just love the energy of it, and it. I actually used to wear this one on a regular basis, and I love it. And I have this one. Oh man, I didn't give a price on that amber one. I'll have to do that. Hang on, I forgot that. I have this one at 444. Yeah, I've done it in the plated wire, and I'd offer it for 400 today if you're interested in the terahertz. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. This is so fun. I wish this Facebook Live was interactive and I could hear all you guys talking and whatnot. You know, like we could have this two-way street here. That would be cool. Let's see, what else do I want to show out of here? I'll show one more out of here, and then we'll go to the other case. Oh, this one has no weaves on it. Hold on, let me shine it up here a second. Needs a little shine. Okay, this one is 2 faceted lemon quartz, and amethyst faceted beads. It doesn't have any weaves on it, but it is super pretty. I have no idea why I still have this amulet. I just love this one. It's a way different design for me. It does have a coil on the back here, as you see, and the coils are actually the generators of my work. It's basically a fractal. What I've done is taken one of this is, let's see, this is a strand of wire that has another wire on top of it, right? And then this one basically has this. Let me back up here so you can see this a little better. That basically is wrapped around that, and then I wrap it around, this wraps around another piece of wire to create one of my coils here. So I should do another, I'm going to get back to my Sunday studio Sundays. I really super enjoy doing that with you. I just was having some Wi-Fi problems that it kept dropping out, and I just got so frustrated that I just stopped doing that. So anyway, back to this this baby here. So the coils, I include coils on each of my amulets, and they are what is generating the energy, or increasing, amplifying the crystal the frequency of the crystal. And then I learned later that these weaves that I do actually act as antennas. Remember that the TV aerials that we used to have on the houses that had the wire bars that went out and whatnot. Maybe not everybody remembers though. But anyway, the antennas that we used to have on our house instead of the satellite dish would pick up the frequency of the radio station. It was a quarter bar frequency of the TV station or whatever. So these weaves that I create are actually picking up different frequencies, and I am completely veiled on where this information comes, but I've never made any design plans, never drawn out one of my amulets in all the 12 years that I've been doing this. So it's coming from somewhere, maybe higher self, or some people think the Arcturians. I don't put a label on it. It's just definitely coming from a little higher space. Right? Okay, so let's see. Is there any more that I want to show in here? I'll show one or two more. This was a really fun one. This is a Aqua Aura quartz and a Sunset Aura quartz. And I bought these on the same day at the crystal shop and was actually going to make two different amulets with it, right? But then I was at my studio and I was shocked at how well they kind of sandwiched together. So that became this amulet here, which is super special. And I just love the energy of both of these. And if you don't know anything about the aura-coated crystals, basically it's a clear quartz crystal, right? And what they've done is they've put it in a vacuum chamber and applied some heat to it, and then introduced vaporized precious metals. Like this Sunset Aura has iridium, vaporized iridium, and vaporized gold on it. And the Aqua Aura has vaporized gold on it. So it gives these different, and I really feel like they really add a lot of vibrational frequency. And if you've ever felt these, then you would know how special they are with that. Oh, what did Laura Ann said? Don't show your age. Okay, I'm 19. Okay, I'm going to get my other case, and we'll go through a few more. I don't want to keep you too long today. I know you want to go out and play in the sunshine and ride bike and feed the ducks or whatever you like to do on Sundays. But I'll show it. Let me grab my other case here. Hang on. Boom, 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 boom. So, yeah, I had a really good show season, and I just want to just keep sharing my work. I can only show one at a time in a post. So we have we'll go through a couple of these here as well, some of my favorites that we have in here, and then we can get on with our day of relaxation and awesomeness. So here we have here's another aqua aura amulet with a really sweet design. It doesn't have any other crystals with it, but I love the design of this one, and it's a great size. It's not too big. I have this one at $555, and I would knock $100 off of this today and do $444. And super special crystal, super nice vibes on this one. So write that down if you're loving that one. I really love. A lot of people, not a lot of crystal wire wrappers do pearls, and I absolutely love pearls. I don't have a lot of memories from past lives, but I do have one swimming as a water being. That's one that was really strong for me. So maybe that's why I really love pearls. And this one is a Baroque Pearl, great size on that. Nice size. It's kind of like a medium-sized pendant for me, not too big, not too small. And these pearls are really special because I got them in Milan, Italy when I was over there. What was that, 2018, I believe, before all the craziness happened? Anyway, special amulet, pearls. Pearls really help with communication if you're a public speaker, something like that. And I've done this one in sterling silver and the 14 karat gold. I have it at $888. I'll drop it to $777 if you are a pearl lover. Okay, so write that down if you're interested in that one. I do have another. I love Tahitian pearls as well. I got these at the same beach shop when I was in Milan, and this is a really fanciful design. I really kept it small, but I really kept there's a lot of sweeps and curves in this one. I love this one. I have this one at $1111. I'll drop it $950 today if you guys are interested in this one. Okay, so this is the Tahitian Pearl. And I know I forgot to say some prices on the ones that I was talking about. So if you wrote one down, just ask me and I'll give you a great deal, okay? So this is somewhat of a mini, and this is a really fascinating lemon quartz with a fun design, and I've done this one basically in all gold-plated wire. And I have this one at, I have it at $500. And I would do this one at $400 today for you guys if you're interested in this one. Super special. I wish you were here so you could feel all of these. You would just die. Okay, and here's something that I don't make that often. It's something completely different from my designs. Check this out. This is a Amethyst Star Tetrahedron, and this is low dome sterling silver. I have this. Here's a little piece of it right here. As you can see, it just comes flat, and then it has a half dome on it, right? And so I made a coil and then did a spiral with the low dome sterling silver. And I would offer this one today at $300, probably normally $375 or $400. So if you like the dangles and amethyst, this one's a fun one, and it lays on the chest like that. So super pretty. Okay, what's next? Next we have Veracruz Amethyst, and you can't see the color on this, but I love Veracruz Amethyst. They're not as dark as, I don't have another amethyst here with me, but you know, amethyst has usually got a dark, pretty dark purple color to it, right? Well, that Veracruz just has this light pink purple to it, and I just love it. So it has all the attributes of amethyst, which are purity, purification. I think there's a lot of protection in this one as well. And I've done this one in the plated wire and gold and silver plated wire. And I have this one at 500, and I would do this one today at 444. So gorgeous little Veracruz Amethyst right here. And like I said, if you need better pictures of one of these, if you're interested, just reach out. I'll check the comments after this, and I'll send you a better picture of it, okay? All right, so what is next? Boom, boom, boom. This one has been waiting for somebody. It made it through all of my shows, and sometimes I just I don't question the timing of when these go, because sometimes they're just waiting for the right person to come along. And this one went through all 5 shows this summer, and nobody grabbed it. So it's waiting for somebody out there, maybe today or another day, I'm not sure. But it is a double terminated smoky quartz. Smoky quartz is very special crystal. This is double terminated, so it's moving energy in both directions, which is awesome. But smoky quartz really absorbs negative energy. So if you're maybe in a city environment or in a toxic town or whatever, and you feel the vibes that you need some protection from, this would be the one I would choose. And smoky quartz, that is double terminated, and I have this one. I would do it for 444 today, normally 500 on this one. So super special. It's really slender design, and that's what it would look like if you were wearing it. Okay, so I'll do just a couple more and then let you guys go. It's been really a huge treat to spend a little bit of time with you guys. I just super appreciate you, and we've talked a lot about crystals and a little bit about my path, and now we're getting through some of my amulets. This is a super fun one, which is a red jasper, and it kind of looks like an eye, right? And I love doing, like I said, I love doing the spheres because you can move the crystal in there. And gosh, I have had not having a recall on what red jasper is for, but if you look that up, it has some wonderful benefits, but it's not in my mind right now, so sorry about that. But this one is a little cutie pie, great size, smaller size, right? And I have this one at 355. I would do at a ridiculous 250 for this little red jasper sphere today. So write that down if you're loving up on this one. Okay. And one more. No, actually I have a couple more. Hang on. This one, I always try to get a little more creative with each one that I make. And this one has some silver dangles on it. It has this snowflake obsidian heart-shaped crystal down here. And this is a pineapple chalcedony right here. And a quartz crystal in here. It's a really fun design. And gotta love the dangles, right? This one I have at 333. I back it down to 300 today if you're interested in this one, and that's how it would go on the chest if you like the dangles. Okay. And then this is a really special quartz crystal to me. I had gone and seen my mom this summer, and on the way back stopped at in Arkansas at the Rod Coleman crystal mine, and this is actually one of the crystals that I found there. So it's only been touched by me and never been through a store or anything like that, so it came right out of the earth, and just love this one. I would do this one. I have it at 600. I would do it at 500 today if you love this one. It's not polished or anything like that. It's raw, but it's got some wonderful vibes to it. A little bit of a larger piece, but still a statement for sure. Definitely a statement. So And then this is an Ambia full quartz, and it almost looks like it has, I'm not sure what that inclusion is there. I think it's like iron or something. I could be totally wrong. But a very beautiful stone. Again, I should have looked up the meaning of that before I went on camera, but I didn't. So we'll have to look that up together, guys, okay? So this one I have at 400. I would do it at 350 today if you guys are loving on that one. So one more, and then we'll close down the live for today. I was making these little minis, right? And this is a little, it's not such a mini, but it's a kind of an elongated one, and it has my coil here. And this is a titanium quartz, which is very programmable, and I believe that I really feel like the titanium adds a lot of vitality to the quartz. So we can alchemize it, as Annette Moody was saying, which I really love, instead of program. And this one I have at 200, and I would do it for 150 today if anybody out there is interested in that. So there we have it. I went through a couple of the crystals today, crystal amulets, and yeah, they really, I'm passionate about, this is my service work because I know how much these crystals help people that have been attracted to them in their lives. I always feel like I call them talisman, right? Like they're for people that are ready to step into the next level of their lives, or they need some help in some areas like protection, or just adding some vitality to your field, as you saw in the aura photos that I showed earlier. So anyway, yay, thank you so much for spending some time with me today, guys. It's been a real treat, and I just miss you guys so much. I'd seen you in person at the shows and whatnot, so that's why I thought I'd come on today and just spend a little time with you. And I'd love to hear what's going on in your lives. We're building a relationship here, and just super appreciate you, and wishing you a happy Sunday. And reach out if you have any questions or need some more pictures from what I shared today. And what else can I say? I love you. Have a wonderful day, and again, thank you so much for spending a little time with me. And get out there and play a little bit and go feed the ducks or whatever you're going to do. And I will talk to you real soon, okay? Blessings. Love you.